That's my cue.
Hey bestie, it's Kati Wasserman. I am a mom, an esthetician, the owner of Flagstaff Skincare Med Spa, and Prickly Bear Skincare, a post-hair removal line. I started Beauty Talk Confessions because honestly, I got tired of how fake the beauty industry can feel. The conversations that happen between wax strips, peels, and facials that no one ever talks about publicly, we are gonna go there. So grab your coffee, get comfy, and let's peel back the layers, one confession at a time. Welcome to Beauty Talk Confessions, where the secrets come out and the glow gets real. Welcome back to Beauty Talk Confessions. I'm Kati Wasserman, and today we are going to talk about trade shows. And I wanted to come on here and make an episode specifically about trade shows because it is something that I have been a part of as I first started into this career, and something that I slowly found myself not investing in, and recently had invested back in going to conferences and to conventions and trade shows, and it is so inspiring. It's something that I recommend every esthetician, every beauty entrepreneur to attend a trade show. At these trade shows, there are so many different trade shows across the US. And so depending on where you live, there are tons of trade shows that are in the area. Vegas is a super popular place. Texas has been really popular for trade shows, and Florida as well. And there are trade shows throughout the year. You can look them up online. I will post some of my favorite trade shows below. But I just wanted to talk to you guys about Cosmoprof, Be+Well, this other trade show I recently went to called the Skin Games, and just what you can expect when you go to one of these experiences. So there are a few different options for ticket prices for these trade shows, and I recommend, if you are able to do it, get the VIP option for the ticket. You are going to be introduced to some brands and product lines that you may have heard about, but you are not familiar with. And they're going to give you a taste of some of their best products. They're also going to give you some great education. It's just a really awesome opportunity to connect to some new and bigger brands in the industry. Now, beyond the ticket, with things that you are able to participate and also see at these trade shows, so on the floor, there's tons of vendors. Now, these vendors are going to be a variety of different things. I've seen vendors that are on the marketing side of things. I've seen vendors that help with community, some business side of things, interior. There's also product vendors, new device vendors, and all of these vendors have great deals at these events. So if you are going there and you are looking at upping some of your services, this is a really good opportunity to do it. It's a great opportunity to create connections and foundations and also have more community in our industry. Now, the vendors there, they see you at face, and they see you in a position where they're not coming into your spa and selling to you. You are going to them. And so, yeah, they're selling, but they really want a partnership. And if you commit to them, there is a completely different direction of having them a part of your team than what I've seen with traditional partnerships with product lines and things like that. So you have all these vendors. On top of that, there are some amazing classes that will get you certified. And then there's some great speakers. That's something that I've really loved in the conferences and conventions that I've gone to, is going to some of the speakers. They've shown me a different direction and a different way than the normal path that I've seen or we see on social media to become the best in your industry and make the most income that you can. Now, at some of these events, there are different opportunities to experience live demos. Sometimes there are different competitions that you're able to see, put yourself out there. Now, why I wanted to talk about the competitions is the convention Skin Games is one of the coolest things I have ever been a part of, and one of the coolest experiences that our industry has. And it's something that I recommend every single person in this industry attends the Skin Games. It is the most amazing community of people I've ever been around, and it lights me up. I mean, Jennifer, who is the owner of it, cares so deeply about everybody that comes to her show and cares so much about your career, what you are looking to do, where you're at, and how they can be a part of that process. Now, I attended Skin Games this year for the first time in March, and I decided to participate in one of their live competitions. I participated in waxing. It was brows, legs, and Brazilian, and this was live. So they had it in different segments where you actually came out and you competed with other estheticians in a live setting. They had judges walking around and grading you on different techniques, on your different structure. And that feedback was something that you actually were able to access after the competition. And so the whole concept is to push yourself, see what level you're at, but also learn and really take on what these master estheticians who have created such successful careers are doing and how you can implement that into your services to be able to give better services, get better clients, have better ticket money. It's just, it fully rounds out everywhere. Now, one thing about Skin Games, it pushes you guys, but it's also so inspiring and so cool to see other estheticians that want you to succeed. Now, this beauty industry, I talked about it, it is a very small and connected industry, but there is natural competition that does happen. And being somewhere where it is a competition and people were raving about you, highlighting you, saying hi to you, just giving you compliments left and right of what you were doing, really, for me, put this excitement back in where I almost feel like I'm back in school again. Like I am mouth-watering at the information that I received there. And I've been raving about it since I've come back in March. And my clients have heard about it. And I I love it so much that I actually decided to sponsor Skin Games with Prickly Bear next year. So you guys will seeing a little bit more about Prickly Bear, some more insights about the product line, why I've been creating it, why it's been taking this long, because I'm so focused on the detail and making sure that I give you guys a product that works. And beyond deciding to sponsor Skin Games, I've also decided to this year push myself into some additional categories for competition where I'm going to be doing some case studies for some skincare concerns. And so if anyone is listening and they are questioning, what is this case study? Skin Games, besides their waxing competition, has, I think it's over 15 different categories that you can compete in and you can showcase your skill level. In their facial categories case studies, they have acne, hyperpigmentation, aging, holistic, they have compromise, they have open medical. Ooh, no, I think that might be it. And with all of those, what anyone who signs up for those in a case study, how it works is for 8 weeks, for 65 days, they are going to be connected with a client that is going to be on a very strict product and protocol regimen. They are going to be using products very detailed. We are going to be documenting what products results we're seeing, why we're changing them. And through that process, we are going to also be giving them treatments every single week. And what this allows us to do as estheticians and in our industry is to really showcase what consistency and what routines that are designed for result-driven treatments can actually do. And when someone commits and they're fully in and they're doing the products, they're working on their health, they have superfoods in their diet, they're doing skincare, we are effectively able to get from point A to point B. And they are result-driven treatments that we can showcase what transformations are happening during that 8 weeks. And these case studies for me made me so excited. I feel empowered again. I feel inspired to utilize products and utilize ingredients that I'm always using, but really think about the detail of what is going on internally. What is internally happening, and externally, what is the response in the skin that I'm seeing and we're seeing together to get the results that we're working on. And so, yeah, like these conferences, the Skin Games, Cosmoprof, Be+Well, I'm going to the Waxing Pro conference this weekend. These are spaces to inspire you, to refuel that tank and that love that you have that maybe has been burning out a little bit because you've been focusing so much on your client connection and giving that great service. And I just wanted to let anyone know that's listening, if you are feeling a little pull from this community or feeling like the competition is so high and there really isn't a community for you to lean on, I recommend you look into these conferences because it will change your view of this industry and how you come off and the connections that you're able to make. And I am so just appreciative of everyone that I met at every person that I met at Skin Games, and for Jennifer for believing in me and pushing me. And I'm very, very excited to hear anybody that's been thinking about going to a conference about what they experienced afterwards and what it's done for themselves internally and as a business. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for listening to today's episode. This is Beauty Talk Confessions, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you so much for being a part of this space and for listening to today's episode of Beauty Talk Confessions. I wanted to take a moment and recognize our amazing sponsors, Prickly Bear, a desert-curated post-hair removal skincare line with pre- and post-care products created to support healthy skin beyond the treatment room, launching this summer. If this conversation resonated with you, make sure to follow the show and share it with someone in the beauty industry. Staying connected is how we grow, learn, and support each other. You can also follow us on Instagram at Beauty Talk Confessions and Prickly Bear for updates, behind the scenes, and more conversations like this. And if you have a moment, leaving a review helps this podcast reach more people who need this conversation too, and it would mean the world to me. This is Beauty Talk Confessions, and I'll see you next week.